Okay, so let's take a break from grinding the ever-loving hell out of ZZZ. We're trying to get better with characters, have fun and whatnot. And let's look towards the future. And what better way to look towards the future than a Season 3 outlook for Dev Talk. Now, I want to make some predictions going into this, okay? My two big predictions. One, we're going back to the more, for the environment-wise, the more retro aesthetic vibe of Season 1. Two, hopefully, because I know there's a new, was it wind element, I believe, coming out pretty soon? I hope that's not going to be a rupture scenario. By that, what I mean is, every, 5 agents is a wind element, like a wind anomaly agent, and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's a random attack. And the end game isn't as chill, because I've been on a bit of a, shall we say, anti-chill agenda lately, where I think ZZZs are one of those unique scenarios where they don't have to shill the enemies and end game to certain characters. They can just make the end game good, have the bosses be fun, interactive, and not go, hey, here's one special phase that you can't interact with unless you are Nangong Yu. Yes, I'm talking about Sweeper. Which is new elements, so not a problem, honestly. Oh, shit. Okay, no, that's good then. Okay, with new elements, not a problem. Okay, I'm happy with that then. I'm just curious how it's going to interact with everything. Hopefully that's addressed here. With that said, let's full screen this bitch and get into it, shall we? Welcome to New Eridu Season 3.
OK， 大家好，欢迎收看本次节目，我是阿鹏。在 2.7 版本，我和大家一起经历了主线的新篇章，很高兴其中一些设计能够得到大家的喜欢。
Fair warning, I've not finished 2.7, like 2.6, 2.7 of ZZZ, because I've just had interest in it. And I want to preface this as well. I think it's fine to not be interested in patches that don't interest you. I'm not going to try and fake enjoyment about the Angels of Delusion when I'm just not that keen on him in the first place. And it's the same with any character. Say if I didn't enjoy Yishuan. 2.0 is going to be, okay, it's whatever, new region, that's exciting, but Yishuan doesn't interest me. I think it was Jifufu as well. It's like, it's whatever, Yunkai Summit, please, whatever. I think it's okay to be like, okay, I'm going to skip those, I'm going to be less invested. Totally fine. So, yeah, basically say I'm not caught up, and that's totally fine. So there's no pressure to get caught up with.
接下来呢，我也想对我们后续的剧情做一些分享。
Okay, what's next?
首先，在主线方面，自从 1.4 与布林格一战之后，主角体内潜藏力量便在逐渐的苏醒。可是，在与始祖意外的接触过后，这种力量呢就逐渐走向了一些失控的边缘。因此，能够缓解这种状况的特殊材料弗林特灰金便成为了主角近期行动的目标。不过，在 2.7 版本的结尾，这份关键的奖品被自称拉米尔的神秘人物夺走了。他到底是谁
Ramiel. Okay, hold on. I know somebody out there's being like, oh my god, Ramiel, yes. That's another thing I'm interested about. I wonder where they're going to go with the proxy's growing powers. That's what's making me go, Because I'll admit, I wasn't as big on where they went with in Season 2, where we're actually inside the hollows now. Sure, it's cool, but I kind of missed the charm and... Well, it adds a new sense of danger. Absolutely, it adds a new sense of danger. But it doesn't add much to the character, I guess, because they didn't act differently. It was just, hey, I'm exactly as I am in Eus, but I'm inside the hollow IRL. Hi, how you doing? And then someone's there to protect you. Now, granted, I actually liked the exploration of Season 2, where rather than just you take missions, you go in, it's, okay, we're going to wander around and face danger there. Also, Rex, hi, how you doing? Watch this Season 3 Dev Talk, so be excited for Season 3. Yay, or don't. I'm not going to hold a gun to your head being like, you better enjoy this right now. Okay, so that said, I've got out of the way with.
接触又是有意为之，或者仅仅只是一场偶遇。
Yeah, Ramiel, hold up.
发现了绳匠眼中的秘密， 他对这些秘密又知道多少？这些当然不是今天要跟大家讲的内容了，这些就留待后续。
Also, right, Ace, I get it now. Yeah, I get why. I get it now.
神将们在下一次的深夜问答游戏里向他问个清楚好。就像之前和大家预告过的那样，在经历过一些意外事件之后，一直以来前
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. Looking a bit like Cyrene. I'm noticing a bit of a pattern here. Bit of a pattern here. Not even devs are pulling me out from her. Why would they? Why would anyone even attempt to do that? Hold on. Excuse me, what? Season 3 of Zenless Zone Zero. I know you're not interested, you have any interest in this, it's totally fine. So I appreciate you sticking around. Hellby, excited, and also a little bit concerned about Rex and their mysterious power to not be pulled out of fictional waifus. It's commendable, sure, but also... What training did you do?
藏于法厄同体内的力量，也就是我们所说的赫里俄斯的遗产，
the legacy
也将会以以太一体佩洛伊斯的形式真正出现在大家的面前。
Whoa!
也将会潜藏于法厄同
So his side faith in all along.
体内的力量，也就是我们所说的赫里俄斯的遗产，也将会以以太一体。
Whoa! So does this mean the power... Because I'm assuming this is going to be the exploration mechanic for Season 3. When we go inside hollows. Rather than us going in ourselves, it's... Yeah, that's my special with Proxy's power. This is Dev's way of making Proxy's playable. Give you him for free, most probably because it's for free in 3.1. Okay, so... There are two ways I'm looking at this. The first is... It's cool, they're a playable character, okay? It's cool, they're a playable character. It's great, we actually get some combat capabilities now. Because like they've said before, they themselves are not good. My big worry is, how are they going to handle...
God again.
Pyrios? Whatever it is. Are they going to be their own character with their own thoughts and opinions? Are they just going to be the proxies, but they can fight? Because then it leads the whole issue of how are they going to... They have no combat capabilities. So how do we know how to fight? And then is it going to be a case of, okay, rather than Eus going into the hollows, putting themselves in danger, we're going to send Pyrios instead? I'm very hesitant to like this, but I do like it.
大家的面前，他会和其他的代理人一样，成为主角在战斗中的助理。当然，这也同样也意味着，或主动或被动，那些赫里俄斯机关时期的往事，也将在后续的故事当中慢慢来到法厄同的面前。可能有
Another thing as well. They have to be. We're going to use another Hoyo title as an example. They have to be like Harmony Trailblazer from Honkai Star Rail or Remembrance Trailblazer. They have to be good. And honestly, I think they have to stay good. And that's a bad balancing act. Kind of. I don't know. We'll see. I assume they're going to be this wind... What was it again? Wind element coming out.
的人也有不熟悉的人。在第二季的尾声，空洞英雄大赛的背后，各方势力的图谋也渐渐浮出水面。有黑之的裁决官罗米亚，有治安局的西西弗与塞维里安，当然也有行踪成谜的拉米尔，以及自称来自
fucking
当然有行踪成谜的拉米尔。
Hold up, did not see that before. What the?
以及自称来自马瑟尔集团的维琳娜与诺姆
of Marcel Group。
当然，各位细心的神将可能已经注意到了，维琳娜与诺姆在 2.7 的结尾所提及的另外一个势力——罗斯凯利法。
I'm sure they were mentioned in Season 1. I'm pretty sure. Well, Valina Ramil. Well, Ramil I get now. Yeah, other parts of the story.
在更早期的故事当中也已经
Oh yeah, the statue thing.
在第3季的故事当中呢，我们也将在维琳娜与诺姆的邀请之下，正式来到这座隐秘的天空之城——帮部们的理想乡。 空域机密特
The
区
Bamboo
罗斯凯利法。
Utopia.
这里
Hold
呢
up.
是一座由晚宙女士
She's
所统领
what?
的
She's
邦布
what?
与人类和谐共处的梦想之城。同时呢，它也是一座在旧埃黎都时期就已经作为机密特区独立存在的避世之
The old
地。
Everdew period. Okay.
从这一概念出发，我们会更加优先的去考虑一些模糊的体验感，为罗斯凯利法定下了一种怎么说呢？从感受上可能像是温暖的旧日感这样一种情感方
Warm
向和基调。
nostalgia.
我们希望
So we are going back to the old style then. Okay, I like
它
that.
不仅仅是一种视觉风格上的呈现，更多的是当大家在这座城市里漫步的时候，一种整体的氛围感。在我们的设想当中呢，它应该是一个温暖而宁静的地方，就像是某个夏天的午后，
A random
你和你的
surrounding.
朋友们或者和你的
OK
帮部朋友们，在公园里的某棵树下围坐在一起，分享红茶，分享点心。大家有说有笑，微风吹过，然后可能有树叶落到你的红茶里，类似于这样的一个
We're
情景。
really bigging this up
这
as
个
a
情景是我
relaxing
们最初
jaunt
在
through
和美
whatever.
术以及策划同学沟通的时候构建起的第一个画面。我们也觉得它是一个最能代表罗斯凯利法整体氛围基调的一个基础。我们会从这个点出发去构建其他更多的东西。那么在这之后，其实第二个问题就出现了。当神将或者说我们的法厄同第一次踏入这座天空之城时，他最先感受到的应该是什么？是怀旧？是惊奇？还是那些奇怪或者说有些独特的邦布礼仪？
I imagine it's going to
出现在我
escalate
面前
very
答案其实有
quickly
很多，我
from
们
wonder and
想了很
amazement
久，
to
但是最终决定
we're
为大家
finally
呈现
home
出来的是一种熟悉却又陌生的感觉。
Okay, familiar
我们
feels
希望
fresh.
神将所熟悉的那些，不管是
So
情感
just bigger
还是物
Sixth
件，
Street, okay.
还是一些
Seventh
OK
Street,
生活
if you
上的
will.
一些痕迹，我们希望他们能够以一种更罗斯凯利法的方式，或者说一些大家不太熟悉的方式融合在一起，让他们最终整体呈现为一种熟悉而又陌生的感觉，让大家能够以这样的一种方式，这样的一种心情去见证这片奇迹之地。在这个以感受或者这种模糊的体感为先行去构思的过程当中呢，一些关键的叙事意象也自然的变得越来越清晰了，越来越重要。比如说象征着生命力与陪伴感的邦布，或者一些承载着具体。
First of all, it's cool that Billy's there. That is so fucking freaky and uncanny, though. You know what it reminds me of? And I can say this because I have first-hand experience. It reminds me of Britain, for UK. It's something about, like, not only just the bus, but, like, this corner, I don't know, it screams United Kingdom. So I kind of get the warm, nostalgic feeling, I suppose, because I live every
时
day.
代记忆或者说生活质感的那种复古的元素，以及一些能够奠定整体场景基调的，像我刚才说的，它是一个空域机密特区。OK， 所以我们希望它有一些天上的故乡这样的感觉。在这之后，视觉的转化也就有了叙事的依据。拿物件举个例子吧，我们的美术团队像这样选择了一些复古未来风格的悬浮出租车以及双层巴士这些比较具象的物件，用它们构建出了一个复古但又有一定科技感的日常舞台。当然，我们的设计也不只是这些静态的东西了，我们更希望它能够成为一个活起来的故事，它能够承载故事，或者说它自己就是故事。说到这儿呢，我想和大家分享一个比较有趣的例子。大家可以看屏幕上呈现出来的这个叫做公共帮部充电间的设施，以及里面这个别具一格的充电座。这个设计我们现在看起来可能会觉得它有些跳脱，但我认为它恰恰是属于我们想体现的那种独属于罗斯凯利法的独特生活感。它有着罗斯凯利法独有的那种幽默感，以及针对帮部们的一种温情的感觉。我们希望它是一个专属于帮部的类似于复古科技这样的一种感觉。
You're right, Hannah, they do look great.
那么我们有时候也会想
That's what I was going to say before. You can tell they're putting a lot of thought into this, which I'd like. Also, no spoilers, by the way. I've not seen this. Reacting first time. Say hi to YouTube, by the way. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of stuff. Check out some of the content of the channel, blah, blah, blah. You'll hear that again at the end. If I like that they're... Now, I'm not going to say Season 2 was a mistake. I'm not going to say that because I actually like Season 2. All things considered, I thought Season 2 did have some highs. Example 2.2 with the Orphe Mega storyline. I thought that was probably the best one. 2.3, 2.3 was kind of good actually as well. But I wouldn't say it was a mistake, but it felt like such a vast departure. I'm going to be honest, so far, what I'm getting from this is they probably should have done this for Season 2 and Young-Kai Summit and everything for Season 3. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. But I'm not going to say it was a mistake. I'm just going to say it was handled not the best. And I feel like they're trying to go back to a time where a lot of people agreed, hey, this was where ZZ was at its peak. Because I'm going to admit, Season 1 was better than Season 2. But it's not bad.
像这样一个小小的充电座，它的影响会不会已经超出了罗斯凯利法？
Put extra detail, extra effort into. Why did you stop shouting like halfway through that sentence? By the way, it's like I don't know why people hate Season 2. Yeah, more lore dropped. I think the problem with Season 2, it was such a vast departure, and a lot of things happened. This is what I'm talking about, where we mentioned it before. I think they went too heavy too early. It's like, okay, here's version 2.0. We can now safely go into the hollows ourselves. I feel like for a 2.0, that's happened right now. That's a bad idea. That feels like it should have been like a 2.2, 2.3 kind of development where, okay, rather than just Yishuan going, I'm going to align your chakra, boom, get in the hollow. We need to build up to that point. I feel like a lot of Season 2 was rushed to get to the end of Season 2, but they rushed it too early, and that's why like 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 are just kind of like, a lot of it feels kind of crammed together, like a lot of stuff. I made reviews on this before. Go ahead, check them out. You just type in Zenless Zone Zero in the channel. Appreciate it. But yeah, I like what we're doing with this so far.
说像在新爱丽都，在巴拉大厦内，如果大家有注意到的话，里面其实是有类似这样的设施的，就是这些帮部坐在马桶。
Are you telling me? Hold up. I get this now. You mean the shitting bamboo statues had lore and a reason behind it? That's crazy.
桶上的雕像，我们认为他们的灵感可能就是来自于罗斯凯利法上的这样的充电座，有可能大厦的主人曾经偶然见识过这套设施，然后邀请艺术家重金复刻，然后它甚至可能会成为艺术界的某种潮流或者话题。我们只是拿它举个例子，
Yeah, here's a shitting bamboo. It's all the rage in Ross Khalifa.
物件、一些设施、一些氛围感的东西，我们希望他们也能像这个样子，通过任务，通过大家在故事当中、在主城当中漫步的一些氛围感的感受，希望他们能够与新爱丽都之间建立起这样那样的联系，成为大家能够体验的一些故事的碎片。我想借此说明的是，就像我刚才所说的，罗斯凯利法岛上的一景一物。不仅他们将与大家未来体验的故事紧密相连，我们更希望的是，他们能够在罗斯凯利法以外的地方，比如说新爱丽都的各处，大家能够找到与他们呼应的东西，与他们有关联的东西。最终呢，我们希望罗斯凯利法能够成为一个既与绝区灵的整体的潮酷美学一脉相承，又能够与新爱丽都融为一体。凭借这种独特的叙事设计，让它在绝区营的世界观下生长出自己独一无二的故事、气质与它自己的生命。
City comment. Okay, this is the big one. Okay, this is the big one because you experience a story one time. That's it. The combat, the combat and the city is what stays. So these have to really just like a home run. So fingers crossed.
大家好啊，我是小玉。那接下来呢，就由我来为大家介绍下这里的生态和系统。在这里，各色崎岖的店铺将林立街头，全新的签到打卡地、火候饼铺等待着与大家见面。在这里呢，会有盲盒提供给大家进行拆取，及其呢可兑换额外的奖励。 虽然霍别勒熟悉的听曼咖啡，但在坐落于贝克福德街的片刻弦中，特制型号的听曼大师将为玩家带来一点具罗斯卡利法特色的下午茶，同样能为神教们驱散行动后的疲惫。此外呢，还有像是面包店啊、爵士吧等这种特殊独特的店铺，坐落于在城市的各处，供玩家自由探索。探索的深度将被一个新的系统所承载。互联网终端。你可以将其理解为罗斯凯利法帮部们的通用网络，这套系统将贯穿整个主城，还有整个战斗区，辅助身为非本地人的主角们和 ES 一起深度参与帮部的交流网络。
Okay, wait. Interview terminals. This system will run throughout the entire city and make all combat zones, assisting the protagonists who aren't exactly locals to dive deep into the Bamboo Network alongside EOS is huge. Because I've been saying it since Season 1, we need more EOS. You know, Bamboos are the best mascots from any gacha game. Okay, I don't care if you have a different thing. I'm right on this one. Okay, Bamboos are perfect. EOS is like the Bamboo. He is perfect. EOS is the GOAT. Okay? Glad we're on the same page.
发掘城市中的隐藏秘密区，探索各个区域的热点事件，收录城市内的角色档案。在第3季内，不联邦的内容会逐步开放。随着玩家账号权限的升级呢，不联邦中还会为大家提供战士的成长体验与丰厚的回馈，帮助玩家揭开隐藏在罗斯凯利法背后的人文故事。同时呢，全新帮部主题玩法也会随着一场意外开启。我们将和新代理人朋友一同前往唤醒帮部和帮部一起提升能力，一起应对各种挑战。随着玩法故事的深入，神将们会了解到更多的帮部故事，在唤醒并找回来越来越多的小。
This actually feels like the natural evolution for Bamboos. Because I know I wish I still had ZZ open, but there's some events where you're in the robot, you know, the big golden robots and like the big direction scenes, and you got the big robot punching, you jump out and you do some platforming to get back to the big body. That's in there before. So I'm glad they've gone, you know what? Permanent time.
帮部们的过程中，还可以获得开启秘密基地的特殊赠礼。更多的细节，还请先允许我卖一个关子。各位神将们，请拭目以待吧。而在战斗区里面，我们还投放了更多更新的怪物与机关，它们将与场景深度去结合。在第3季的故事当中，我们将会遭遇一种名为泄露祭典的特殊环境现象。它的出现会将小范围内的现实空间短暂的变为与空洞内相似的环境。这里有错综复杂的通路、变化的机关，它会带来全新的探索与战斗的体验。在这种和空洞极为相似的环境下呢，各种侵蚀体以及我们的老朋友蚁骸自然有。
So this Okay, no, I see now from this, the way they've explained this, it links back to what's his face? Pyrios, I think it was called. I'm trying to find him. Is he here somewhere? Okay, 1020, let's just remember that real quick. It was, where was he? Bit of a deep thing here. It was, where was he again? I can't remember. You know the guy, right? You know what I'm on about. So that's how he's going to play into this. So that's kind of cool.
还是有人在背后操纵，刻意为之，那就留着后续的故事当中，由神将们自行的探索吧。在探索的过程中呢，法厄同本身具备了黑客技术，也将得到更实际的应用与体现。在特定的情况下，操纵场景内的多种科技造物，或是在 EIC 的协助下，利用某种特殊的载具，抵达某些平时不可抵达的秘密区，都将成为神将在
It's so fucking peak.
第3季中的探索的全新手段。
It's so peak. We're so back.
老师提到的以太一体后， 神将也将会解锁更多在场景中行动探索的特殊手段，敬请期待。这便是罗斯凯利法，一个等待你的将领亲手写下故事的地方。
Alright, combat gameplay. Oh boy, make your predictions right now. I think they're gonna cook, to an extent. I said it before, and we'll go back real briefly. I'm hesitant to know how... I'm hesitant to praise the introduction of a new element, but I do think it's probably a good time to do so. I think. Maybe. My big worry is they're going to start shilling everything to the new wind element, and I would hate that. What I think should happen is... Because if I had to pick between, do I want element shilling or, class shilling? Honestly, I think I would prefer... I want to say class shilling. The problem is, right, I think I would prefer class shilling. It's like, okay, an anomaly characters do better against X enemy, right? But you can also run attack agents that will do well. The problem with that stems when they do a sweeper and it's like, okay, anomaly agents are well suited to fight sweeper. But if you're Nangong Yu, you're basically perfect for this. Everyone else will struggle to an extent. But the same thing can happen with element shilling as well. It's like, okay, you're probably better off bringing a wind element. In fact, they do that now. It's like, okay, recommended attributes. Ice, ether. Better yet, against Thrall. It's ice, physical. Those are the two you want to bring in. But you can bring in others, except electric. You can bring in fire. Before we would try and ban you against Thrall. Not bad. I'm missing Lucia. That's why he only did 14k. I know. But that's the kind of thing I mean, where there's a fine line and it can go either way. You want it to be on the, okay, this is better, but it's not hard shield towards it. So, with that said, hopefully, within these 6 minutes, they convince me they're doing a good job, they know their shit, and it's going to be great.
剧情场景相关的内容真的很精彩。我是 ZK， 在战斗方面，我们也在持续投入，力求。
I will say as well, I do think ZZZ, I must have Wolverine Waves, because it's always the comparison between the two. But I do think ZZZ has the better combat. I really do. And that's just from like mechanic wise. But that can always change. So hopefully, oh God, I'm just begging this to be good. I really am. Because you know me, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. If something's worth praising, I'll praise it. If I think something's not worth praising, I will not praise it. I'll be like, okay, I think this is bad. Here's why it's bad. And here's why I need people to understand as well. We're going to have different opinions. I might have a crazy take about Miyabi. You might kind of agree with it, but say, okay, you're a little bit too biased, and you'd be right to call me out on that. But everyone has opinions. We all think everyone else is wrong. If they don't agree with us, that's totally fine. But what was the point I was making? I'm going with my usual spiel here. Long story short, we're not always going to agree, but we can at least be hopeful and have a nice civil discussion about, okay, you don't think this thing, but you think this thing. Why do you think that? I mean, I can explain, and you can explain. We have a nice back and forth, and that's great. And I think the devs need to hear stuff like that, rather than just going, I think this thing bad because I don't have the agent that does this thing. It's not an opinion, that's just you saying, hey, I don't have the recent shield thing. And you get the point, right? I'm stalling because I'm very nervous.
家带来更新更好的体验。在即将到来的 2.8 版本，大家将会体验到风属性所带来的策略变化。
Okay, it is wind attribute.
2.8 版本的新 BOSS 会在特定阶段进入风属性异常状态，提前施加其他异常状态将会触发全新的乱流效果。而风属性的代理人在第三阶的战斗中。
Well, isn't that just Squall from Genshin Impact? Hold up. Heroes 2.8 will feature wind attribute anomaly state. Okay. The other attribute anomalies during this period will trigger a brand new vortex. Okay. So, yeah, this makes sense. This is the new anomaly shell. Okay, there's vortex. After agents will get to showcase.
会发挥不容小觑的作用，大家可以期待一下。而在风属性之外，我们也汲取了之前做命破职业的相关经验以及大家的反馈。
specialty on top of player feedback.
正在对其他战斗策略与角色搭配的可能性进行一些构思与探索，希望能为大家未来的配对与实战带来更丰富的选择空间。当然，这些还都处。
Once again, I'm not going to say Rupture was a failure because it's not. It's just you need high HP or high defense enemies to go against. I think that's the one thing holding Rupture back is the whole true damage gimmick of, okay, the higher the defense, the better they do. Huh. I'm going to reserve judgment for that because we don't know enough. They just said they're taking feedback back. So it's all different. Yeah, we need more Rupture support. Literally every Rupture unit is Rupture, DPS, Dylan, Lucia. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like, yeah, Rupture supports, like you said there. Like I've said, I don't have Lucia, but I have Yishuan and Banyu. I've got Dylan as well. So I'm missing that big, oh, I need this thing. Like, I could get Jafufu, but I don't want Jafufu, so there's that. Lucia. Because right now, I'm in a scenario of, I think this is a bad place to be in. I did it with Yuzuha, where, okay, I need to pull this character for meta reasons, rather than for fun reasons. I may pull the character if you think they're fun, if you like them, get them. Not a, oh my god, this brand new character is tier 0, get them immediately. Because that's a slippery slope to always getting the new stuff, when feeling pressure to spend money, the FOMO, that's how we get you. You need to be, I want to get this character because I like them. Rather than, I want to get this character because my team needs to do well to clear the latest shield thing. And once again, back to the whole shield argument, but I've made that before. But yeah, I'm in the same case with Lucia. It's like, I need Lucia because my people need them. You pulled Yidhari for fun, even though I didn't need her. But too, like, I'm in that boat. Like, I want to pull Yidhari for fun, but I know I have more fun playing one, playing Miyabi, and 2, I'd enjoy Yidhari more if I had Lucia. So we need more supports rather than, because I'm going to say it, Rupture's fine. Rupture's good. It's just, the problem with Rupture is they're all DPSs. We don't need DPSs.
属于非常前期的规划阶段。待方向进一步明确后，再来和大家分享。我们的老角
That line there was kind of concerning. But our direction is much clearer. Hopefully it doesn't take them, like, I don't know, till 3.3 to figure that direction out.
明确后，再来和大家分享。
Hey, Dodds, how you doing? Watching the ZZ Dev Talk, by the way. And you can get caught up with this. It's live on YouTube. Well, say live on YouTube, of course. We dual stream live on YouTube and Twitch. Don't forget to hit all those notifications. Blah, blah, blah. Big shill. Okay? Because you just buff seasons to support Rupture. Yeah, honestly, this is what I think. Defense agents. No. I think the time of defense is done. Nobody's doing defense anymore. Okay? I don't think we need defense in the first place. I think it's time they just went, okay, defense is going to be, God forbid, defense is Rupture support. Which, you know, could work, but also they need the Rupture class. It's weird, it's going to work against, like, the design philosophy, there's a lot to change, but that's probably, like you've said, Ace, well, the best way to do is, like, okay, what if we make just Rupture supports?
Oh,
okay, hold up. This is great. I can see the buff that says she gives 800 sheer force, which is less than Lucia, but more than Pan. Which units 20% and the damage bonus. That's good.
大家能见到更多以登场
Are we gonna
技
announce?
巧与机制优化。
Probably release
精
agents.
彩的
Okay.
战斗离不开与之匹配的对手，我们正在为新敌人制作新的攻防招式。
New enemies, combat guys. Okay. Here's the big contentious point, right? This is a big source of discontent throughout the community. I'm just going to say it. Miasma isn't that bad. It really isn't. Once you realize, or once you learn how to play around Miasma, it's not that bad. The problem is when they start building enemies, or they start building characters to play around Miasma. Because what happens when Miasma goes? Those units lose a lot of value. It's totally fine. It's like the new what's it called? Corruptive barrier on Sweeper. I don't like that. I think that was a mistake. I think it's bad. I think what we're going to do is go, hey, here's a character that plays around Corruptive barrier, removes it quicker. That's where the new combat mechanics are bad. I think that's the dangerous point. So I'm very concerned about this. This has to be like a universal thing rather than a new point for hard focus shields. Okay?
在第3季中，部分新增招式可能暗藏需要把握时机、协同应对的。
See this right here. Seize the right time to coordinate your responses. We're already doing that. Okay, case in point. The yellow flashes, forget what they're called, but the swap windows, you can counter, we do dodges and whatnot. We're already trained, we already know we're timed and conditioned to do this. And then take Vesper, for example, with the big, I don't know what the phase is called, but when it glows purple, you swap, so you block that attack, and then it's the control phase, I think it's called, the control phase. That's good. I like that. It's a way of like, okay, now you just need to, memorize the timing or whatnot. Actually learn and engage with the boss. Which, I'll admit, I was a bit like, oh, God, that sucks. And I was like, oh, it's not bad, actually. It's good, it's manageable, it's learnable, and we need to do that. Also, like you've said, Ace, Miasma was almost non-existent when it diminishes with constant parries and ultimates. Which, guess what? Everybody does, for free. Because it's hard to shield Miasma. Well, I say hard to shield. But that's what I mean, when every agent does it, it's not a problem. It's a good mechanic for combat and gameplay. Corruptive barrier is the opposite. You can't really interact with it, you just kind of like sat there being like, well, there goes my score. Alright, let's finish this. We've yapped for quite a bit, by the way.
会成为连接小队成员、触发更多配合的契机。
I do like sick combos.
还有一个颇具惊喜的计划。 在第3季的新战斗玩法中，各位已经交手过的宿敌们将施展出前所未有的新招式。当完全熟悉的 BOSS 亮出完全陌生的杀手锏时，相信会为各位带来一场酣畅淋漓的战斗体验。在该玩法中，我们会提供预设的代理人配对，不考察影片进度，只检验操作与理解，追求手。
Yes. Oh my, yes, that is so fucking good. That is good. I like that. It's because let's be honest, the test stages they give you are believe it or not, are pretty good. So I'm excited for this. It's just, okay, here's pure skill, game knowledge. Perfect. In fact, I hate to say, I hope it's permanent. I would also like to see it in Battle Tower as well. I think Battle Tower is so unexplored. I think we need to go back to that. And have like, okay, here's like boss rush mode. So that's pretty cool. What's about finding new skills to old bosses where they appear so little in games nowadays? This is what I mean, Ace. This is what I think Battle Tower should be this, where it's boss rush mode. Here are all the bosses, and then you go there and fight with new modes. Battle Tower, it's right there. Ripe for exploration, ripe for content. Let's say bring another weekly endgame mode where old bosses appear. Which, once again, could be cool. As I think this needs to be permanent. No matter what they do, it needs to be permanent.
他们的主场，当然，我们也仍会保留自由配对的选项，供喜爱使用自身配对的玩家选择。另外
，once again, not restricting what you can do. I like that. That's really good.
在之前的节目中和大家分享过的0号空洞的迭代方向，目前也有了阶段性的进展。
Okay. Hello Zero, I'm glad they brought this up. I like what they've done currently with the fourth member. Whether they do anything else with that, we'll see.
我们正尝试在这个玩法里构建一个更完整、沉浸的单局体验框架，并且将其与局外的资源循环深度融合。我们还会加入全新的敌方单位。与敌人相关的独特技能，玩家所面对的核心挑战将来自危机四伏的空洞环境，营造空洞生存的紧迫感的同时，也为大家提供全新的破局思路与纯粹的战斗乐趣。该玩法将在第3季推出，目前正在持续调优中。
Okay.
活动玩法方面，我们主要会以下方向持续优化。
What aspects?
我们会持续推出能体现都市生活气息的趣味玩法。2.7 版本的滚烫寻仙记火锅店活动承蒙大家喜爱，在第3季中，更多兼具沉浸感与城市氛围的活动也列入了开发日程。其次，我们也在筹备更多融合轻度操作与战斗爽感的休闲玩法。此前广受好评的战斗拍照活动，目前也在优化过程中，未来会以更具乐趣的形态回归。最后，玩法与叙事的有机结合也是我们重点关注的对象。我们希望能够借助两者的融合，更好地展现我们代理人的魅力。在这里也可以预告下，在今年夏季的大型活动中，各位将能体验到玩法如何更自然地成为叙事的一部分，从而去推动情绪，营造氛围。总之，在第3季里，我们会加大对战斗玩法的投入。一方面，我们希望进一步挖掘角色在不同战斗玩法中的价值，不管是高难挑战还是相同探索，我们都尽可能提升角色在其中的作用。另一方面，我们也看到了玩家对于类似战斗加拍照这样有趣组合的喜爱。
Wait, 3.0 beta versions of it's going to start from 30 people. Oh. Oh shit. Oh. You need to keep up to date on that. That sounds really cool, actually.
我们希望后续在活动玩法的规划上，也尽可能以战斗为基点去做体验拓展，让玩家尽可能操作喜爱的代理人，用一个更匹配预期的体验形式去游玩。当然，在休闲玩法上，我们也会以能够让大家感受到代理人魅力、新爱丽都都市乐趣的方向去持续开发新内容。
至此，从新主城罗斯凯利法的特色场景到战斗玩法与角色的全方位进化，这便是我们为绝区零第3季及未来所勾勒的蓝图。我们深知，一个鲜活的新爱丽都不仅需要不断拓展向大家展示内容的边界，更需要让身处其中的每一位神将都能感受到旅程的顺畅与乐趣。所以，系统和前期体验的优化会是我们始终如一的课题。
那有没有什么就近期就会上线的呢？和我们先透露一下的东西？
懂你意思。在即将到来的2.8版本，我们将先迈出一步，上线菲林奖励获取指南，帮助大家更直观地掌握资源获取途径与进度。
这只是个开始，在未来的版本中呢，我们希望用这些优化的成果，为大家扫清前行路上的小石子，让冒险之旅呢变得更加的流畅与愉快。
在持续前进的道路上，当然还伴随着值得共同庆祝里程碑，周年庆便是其中的一个。
是的，在第3季其实的叙事节奏上呢，我听阿鹏老师说，我们要进行一次非常重要的优化。
仔细说说。
是的，为了确保我们季度主线的高潮部分能够拥有充分的铺垫，也让每一位角色的塑造更加饱满，我们将对版本叙事重心进行以下这样的安排。首先，在3.0版本作为季度的开篇，我们希望大家能暂时放下负担，在全新的舞台罗斯凯利法当中自由探索，同时在维琳娜与诺姆等角色的陪伴之下，尽情感受这座天空之城的魅力。在后续的3.1版本当中呢，则将承载着第3季的第一个剧情高潮。随着我们的故事逐渐走向核心，我们也为各位神将准备了。
So what I got from that is 3.0 is going to be nice, chilled, relaxed, get us into the feel, the vibe, the area of Ross Khalifa, and then 3.1 is where we get the big ramp up for the story and all the climactic stuff. Okay, I like that.
更加丰富的纪念回馈
Hopefully that's how
见证这座辅导的命运转折。同时，在即将到来的2.8版本当中呢，我们也将会在追查拉米尔踪迹的同时， 揭开更多与赫里俄斯机关以及主角在第3季中将获得的全新能力以太一体的线索。请大家务必锁定4月24日的2.8版本前瞻直播。
那最后呢，感谢各位神将一直以来的陪伴与支持，我们下次见。
Okay, 24. Well then, final thoughts on this. But well, firstly, 29th. Oh shit, we got a busy weekend. Oh, busy week ahead. Firstly, I want to say I like that they do this for Dev Talks. I think the Dev Talks are really nice. This way it starts. We will have 60 days before 3.1 anime. That means both 2.8 and 3.0 each patches are going to be 4 weeks long highest. Okay. Like we said, let's get to final thoughts and we'll wrap this shit up, shall we? So, firstly, I like that they do the Dev Talks. I think they should do that more often. Not just Easy, but everybody. I like the Dev Talks. It's like, okay, we get to see behind the scenes. We get to know the thought process behind everything. That's cool. Little hesitant to say it's excellent. Little hesitant. There are some good things, some bad things, positives, negatives found with everything. It's mostly the new combat mechanics in regards to enemies. I'm a little bit hesitant about that because Corruptive Barrier exists. If it exists on one boss, it might exist on more. And I'm not a big fan of that. The control phases, I think, are fine. I like the control phases. That's just a, hey, get good. That's your Dark Souls check right there. Narratively, I got no complaints. I think that I like we're going back to the more chilled, relaxed vibes of Season 1. And then it ramps up in 3.1. I believe I'm thinking that right. It's like 3.0 is nice, chilled, relaxed, gets you used to the new area, new environments, whatnot. 3.1 is, okay, shit hits the fan. I like that. Wind attribute, I don't know enough yet. I need to look more into that. But Vortex basically sounds like Swirl from Genshin Impact, and you know, I'm all for elemental reactions. I think it's cool. It's going to be fun. I'm a little bit worried it's going to shill into Anomaly, if anything. Because it said, if we go back, where was it again? Where was the fight again? Where was the boss? Where was the talk about Wind Element again? Oh, here it is. So, an inflicting other attribute anomalies during this period will trigger a brand new Vortex effect. That's I'm a little bit hesitant on this. It could be good, but I'm worried it could just be, hey, Anomaly runs supreme once again. And the Rupture feedback, also huge. I want them to release more supports. That said, though, yeah, I've got no complaints. I think it looks good. I think it looks fun. I'm excited for the future of Zenless Zero. Season 3 looking pretty good so far. I could be super negative, being like, oh, not really addressed anything. They've just gone, here's what we're going in the future, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I'm in my enjoyment era. We're going to start enjoying things again because games are meant to be enjoyed. Anyway, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You know, we dual stream, you know, YouTube, Twitch. I've been over this. If it's the big show period, you don't have to do it, please. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and yeah, I guess I'll catch you in the next ZZZ video. Don't forget to check out some of the other content on the channel, blah, blah, blah. You know, I've showed long enough, I've said it, hopefully it's going to work. We still don't know exactly how it works, so we get, that's a mouthful. I get what you're saying. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Put it that way. I'm looking forward to the future of ZZZ. That's all I can say. Anyway, we've yapped long enough. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, stay refreshing. Yeah, Sej wanted to say bye, so everybody say bye to Sej.